Editing is the hardest part of content creation. Every minute of finished video takes approximately 1 hour of editing, depending on your skill level. So you have to work smart. Abraham Lincoln said, "If I had 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend the first 4 sharpening the axe." Let's start. Tip 1. Organize your projects, files, videos, everything. Keep your files sorted. Having an organized file system makes it so much easier to find assets during the editing process when you need them. Your music, sound effects, ambient noises, your B-roll, your stock footage, your memes. When you have an idea of, oh, that could work well here, being able to quickly go grab it and put it into the video is essential. BithTV does this automatically for you. There are tabs inside the editor for images, videos, and audio. It's preloaded with assets, and any new assets that you add will be saved there on your account so that you can use them whenever you'd like. The reasons that you should be sorting your files is pretty simple. It saves you time, it allows you to think more openly, and it makes the editing process just all that more enjoyable. Tip number 2, use your audio waveforms. Your audio files have a waveform in the timeline that visually shows you where there is people speaking or sound effects or anything like that. You can use it to time your sound effects and your music better with what's going on in the video, or to time assets, memes, images, shapes to the audio. That way, it brings everything together more and just makes the video a much more immersive experience. It helps you time your text to your footage. That way, when somebody starts speaking, the text starts at the appropriate time as well. The waveforms can also be used to help you identify how loud your footage is. So if the waveform is to the top and basically a flat line across the top of the timeline, your audio is peaking and it's way too loud. So bring it down so that none of it is touching the top of the timeline. Otherwise, the audio will peak, it'll be lost data, and it'll be extremely painful for your viewers. Tip number 3, use AI. There are tons of AI tools out there today. There's a photo uncrop tool that'll use generative fill to give you all of the extra space around an image where there was no data. It'll automatically fill in that information, giving you a bigger picture or an image in the proper ratio that you need. There's also Adobe Podcast for enhancing your audio. If you have bad audio quality, Adobe Podcast may be able to salvage it and not cause you to have to redo the entire video. It's worked for us a few times. BithTV's Resizer tool is a great example of smart AI that can help your editing process. It can resize your traditional format video into a vertical format for use on Shorts or TikTok. But the best AI feature inside of BITH is the automatic subtitle generator. All you do is click Generate Subtitles, and it automatically creates them and adds them to the timeline. No fuss, no hassle. You just have to make sure that it's exactly perfect the way you want it, and then click Export. With everybody using AI, you're gonna suffer if you're not. So start using AI today. Tip number 4, organize your workflow. Now this sounds kind of like tip number 1, except we're talking about the entire process of content creation, not just the files on your PC or phone. Your workflow starts with when you plan a video. What shots are you wanting to get? How are you going to get them? When, in what order? And then when you start editing, are you going to start with importing your footage, trimming it up, color grading? Or are you going to color grade and then trim? Or are you going to do your memes and sound effects in pairs? Are you going to do your music at the beginning or at the end? I recommend at the beginning. It helps a lot. But there's a lot to consider in your workflow, so optimize your workflow and rely on footage. Part of your workflow is knowing how much to shoot. How much video do you need to shoot at one time? Shoot as much as possible. Rely on footage. It's much easier to fix something using extra footage than it is to fix something in post with no extra footage. That said, keep your edits simple. Extra footage will help you do this. Simple editing requires a lot less work than complex editing, and it looks much more professional when you're a beginner who doesn't maybe know how to quite polish off the complex edits that you have in mind. So keep things simple at first and work your way up to the complex edits. You'll not only save time, but you'll retain more viewers because your videos will look more professional. Tip number 5, use shortcuts. BithTV has a number of shortcuts in place, from the left and right arrow keys to move forward in keyframes, to S to split your clip, or spacebar to play and pause. You can also use delete to delete, Control Z to undo, Control Shift Z to redo, or Control Scroll Wheel up and down to zoom in and out respectively. There are lots of shortcuts and every editing software has them. Learn the ones for the software you're using. If you're using Premiere Pro, learn the shortcuts. Shortcuts are key and they're extremely useful. I only recently started using shortcuts and I have wasted so much time in the past by not using shortcuts. So start using shortcuts immediately. The last shortcut you need to be using, and everybody needs to be using this, is Control S. With Adobe products crashing so much, Control S saves. So you need to be saving, hitting Control S as often as possible after every edit. Click it. You will thank me one day. When your Premiere crashes after you've edited an entire video without saving, you will thank me. Another thing you can do in case you forget to Control S is turn on auto save. Now, BithTV already has auto save built in. As a cloud-based editor, we save every change you make along the way. So it's backed up, not on your physical device, meaning that if your device breaks, it's still there. You haven't lost anything. So go to BithTV today, check it out for yourself. Even if you don't use it for all of your videos, it can be an extremely useful tool for shorts or just a quick video that you need to get done and up, especially the auto subtitle tool. The auto subtitle generator is incredible and I use it almost daily. Well, that's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much. Please let me know in the comments down below which tips you found the most useful. How many did you already know? Which tips did we leave out that you probably wouldn't have? Please let us know. We respond to all the comments. And if you liked this video or found it useful in any way, please click like, subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Bye. I still don't know how to end these videos, man. It is a challenge, but you know, that's my problem, guys. Don't take it on yourself. I promise you, guys, the video's over. I will figure out how to end these on my own, okay? All right, thank you.